poop.
What the fuck is this piece of shit?
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Omi saying. As you guys can see, we dropped a nuke with the Lachmann 556. This gun is very much so no recoil. Will you be dropping a nuke like me? I believe you can. Here are the best attachments you guys can run with the Lachmann 556, and here is the tuning alongside with that, so you guys can just get instantly in action and start running the best class setup with this gun in Modern Warfare 2. Godlike, honestly, this class setup is godlike. The gameplay is godlike, and you watching it, I mean, you people are godlike too. If you guys are new to this channel or a returning viewer, make sure to hit every single button. So you saw me hit that nuke button, hit every button, hit that like button, subscribe button. All right, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
This is like whatever specialty you did, you have to like pass a board exam in that, and then you can pass it. Yeah.
I thought fourth year was like way easy. Why did you try to do that?
I mean, I don't think you needed to for a specialty. So it's like, if you don't need to take it for your specialty, then most people don't. It's just an extra exam. Like, why would you sit for an 8-hour exam for no reason?
Yeah.
And then I think he already knew what he wanted to do, like, specialty-wise, so it's like...
Yeah, I have no idea about any residency boards. I didn't know there was such a thing. I thought it was just like working. But like honestly, it shouldn't be that bad, right? Like it's literally based on what you're doing as a job, unless it's
not based on what you're doing as a job. They test you on like random. No, they test you because like they expect you to know that just to like finish residency, but the specialty boards test you on like random rare diseases that like there's a very low likelihood that you'll get a patient that has these things, but if you do, they want you to be able to catch it. So like all of the specialty boards are like more geared towards like rare cases.
I feel like Des Moines would do like a good job like of building you guys up, because like doesn't your school like have that where it's
for our medical school boards, like yeah, they do well. School boards, that's all about residency. Like that's how your residency training goes. And in residency, they don't even train you for the rare cases because you're probably not even going to see any patients with rare cases during residency. So you have to study on your own. Like you'll be basically like working like what 60 to 80 hour weeks, and then you have to go home and study, which is like the worst fucking part. But after residency, it gets way better.
I seriously thought it was just working. I thought like
nah, dude, it's like non-stop exams, dude. Yeah, dude, low-key, like it kind of makes me like question like like I sign up for it.
I mean, bro, I didn't know if it was that bad, like that worse. Like I thought it was easier as you got deeper into it, but like you telling me that, like 100%, I would have switched earlier. I would have been like, nah, I'm good. Anything.
I mean, there's that aspect of it, but like, dude, the thing is, like, at the end of the day, like, you need someone in the hospital that can like take care of like really complicated shit, and so that's kind of like why doctors are there. Because like, I would say like 95% of people that go to the hospital are like just regular like workup. Like, there's not gonna be anything crazy, but like there's that 5% that like. So this is like the whole thing that's going on right now in medicine. I don't know if you've heard about this or if it's out of them tell you, but like there's like nurse practitioners, right? Which are basically...
Oh yeah, I know they get paid pretty well.
And then they take 2 years to do like an online degree, and then they basically get the same prescription privileges and all that stuff as doctors. So they can like go into the hospital, they can basically work as doctors. They don't get paid as much as doctors, but they basically have the same job. There's a lot of controversy around them because people think that they can't even really do that well, but basically like they can't handle anything that's not already like predefined. Like a regular like, okay, like this person just has like, you know, heart failure or something, like they know how to take care of that, but if a patient comes in with like a complex presentation, dude, they literally like don't know what to do. And so that's when you need doctors in the hospital. They're basically the only people in the hospital that understand like the really severe stuff, and that's kind of why like the entire training system is like so like difficult on them, is because like they kind of are expected to be like the people that like deal with the cases that nobody else knows how to deal with. So I mean, I agree that like it doesn't necessarily need to be like that crazy where like you're working like, you know, 80-hour weeks and then you have to come and study, but I don't know, I think there needs to be like more like mental health considerations, like you mentioned, for that type of stuff. It's also like there should be like an easier way of like telling people like, hey, this is what you're getting yourself into before they actually like sign up for it, you know? Like if do some like fucking like, I don't know, 22-year-old like pre-med kid is like signing up for medical school and they have no idea that like, yo, I'm gonna be taking tests basically for like the rest of my life, and then, you know, it's gonna be like a lot of work. Like, a lot of them probably would decide not to do it, you know?
I was so lost, dude, in the whole thing. Like, I felt like I was always not knowing what I was doing.
Yeah, and I think that's where they need to like fix it, is like just make people aware of like what they're signing up for. And like that's the other problem too in our community, is like everyone's just like, oh, just become a doctor. Like, it's just like they act like it's just like a nonchalant thing, and it's like, nah, dude, you're basically like giving up your entire life just to like do this one profession. So it's not like a small thing like, oh, I just want to become a doctor.
Yeah, no, dude, my whole undergrad, I literally had no one to like really direct me. So like I felt like every single time, like I was late into it, like how the career thing was, like the classes you should be preparing for. Like, dude, most kids that are already knowing they're gonna do it, bro, they already know what they're gonna do in the 4 years. And it's because like it's all lineage. Like, it's like the people before them, like, you know, like parents and like other people would tell them like, hey, this is what you're about to go through. Like, I'm thinking about like all the first gen like kids, like, I don't know, the whole system is BS. It literally is, bro. Like, the more you take a look at it, it's meant for like the people like at a higher level. Like, I have a lot more respect for the people that come from like nothing.
Yeah, no, I
know
agree.
A single
100%.
thing like
I agree
and still dominated, because the amount of barriers in that whole thing is just ridiculous.
Yeah. And dude, it doesn't even end when you get to med school. Really get in, literally just because of connection. Like, it's not even. I would understand if like at least they had the scores to like you know, be like, okay, like I deserve this or whatever.
Yeah.
But the part that really pisses me off is like some people don't even need. I totally agree with you that it comes down to connection. Like, a lot of it does. And like there's people that like just don't even need to work hard because they know at the end of the day it's guaranteed. And that's what pisses me off, because it's like, okay, like, yeah, I agree. Like, I had a lot of like shit that went like well, because like obviously my parents are in the career and like they could guide me and stuff, but I still had to work my ass off to like get those kids. And then I know people that like didn't even have to do that. Like, they're just like, oh, I can just have my dad like call this guy and then I'll get in.
Yeah,
that to me is like, that just pisses me off, because like obviously it's not even like you didn't deserve it, but it's like you didn't even earn it. Like, you literally did nothing, you know?
Like, dude, the doctors going through like basically the phase you're at, like the ones that are doing like TikTok and stuff. I don't really understand how they have that time. Well, actually, no. Med school, I feel like you kind of have time. You really have to be,
Yeah, in residency it's like a lot less. I don't think you'll see as many TikTokers that are in residency, because that's when you're working like all the time. But yeah, no, dude, it pisses me off, dude. Like, I totally get it, and I think like the system should change the way for that. But it's like, dude, like, what can you do? Like, if someone grew up like around doctors and stuff, they're gonna know like, oh, you have to take this class. Like, this is what you have to do. Like, they just learn it over the years. It's not something that like somebody just sits down and tells them, you know?
Yeah.
So like, yeah, they will have that advantage. But it pisses me off when people like abuse that.
I'm sorry, I'm not laughing at you, bro. I just dropped a nuke and the entire team just left on the other side.
Oh, that's fucking funny.
No, I think it's funny you were like over here talking about med school and I just dropped a nuke. What the hell?
Damn, that's fucking funny.